And yeah, so we talk about the enrichment of environment, which is, follow this rectangle shape phone language, which is, when we do it, for example, the little window follow the phone language of the rectangle of this cubicle shape, and when we remove the outline, and we can still feeling well, they are inside of some kind of, rectangle shape. Uh, so follow this logic, follow this the gesture, the flow of the rectangle, the cubicle shape and form. We got a guideline to giving us a direction of how to adding more information into our design. And yeah, as you can see, the what I'm doing is like I got a nice right now I got this nice uh, um element, little window and a little colon slash pillar stuff. I don't even know what it is, and also some arch, and of course our big wall. So next, what want to talk about is proportion. So right now we got a proportion of this character, our body, and the proportion of this wall, right? In this proportion, giving us the nice feeling of this is a big environment, a big architecture piece. So the next thing we want to pay attention is the proportion of the wall, the window, and the colon. And but well, of course, I am already pay attention to those things. That's why this design, well, it's maybe not the best design in the world for sure, but it looks kind of okay. It's because you see the colon is kind of median, and the big green wall is the big, well, is the big, and the window is the small. The So this is what we needed to do is like we need to pay attention the sizes of those elements, and also we need to arrange those elements, the size of this element, into big, medium, and small. And you see this little graph, 2D graphic I did is like it's kind of boring, because the proportion is pretty equal. We got, if this is some kind of music, we got this rhythm of okay, one, two, 3 and 4. It's like the music maybe will put you into sleep, and we wanted to avoid it. But that's not a bad thing. This is great start point. We are follow the flow, follow the gesture, follow the shape and phone language to enrichment our environment, right? So next thing, we already got the content. We got wall, we got window, we got colon. And next thing is like we can arrange their proportion. You see, by tweaking make it creating the big, medium, and small. And also we need to not just pay attention to the positive shape and form. Also, we need to pay attention to negative shape and form. Which right now, I am tweaking. I am increasing the space between those angle, and yeah, you can see that now is the rhythm is becoming much fun and much interesting. You see, now if this is a music, it's like a da, 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 da. You see, you got a different rhythm, um, and this is exactly what we can do when we adding more information, more element into our scene. We need to pay attention their proportion, their rhythm, and but of course, what's the guideline, right? The guideline is big, medium, small. As you can see right now, we got big wall, we got medium colon, we got small window. You see, this they make this design kind of interesting. But right now we can do is we can continually push this idea into every element in our scene. Right now, I'm going to design this colon. I will, you know, creating the big, medium, small that belong to this. this colon, this pillar stuff, this structure, I going to make it. I going to adding the median element for this structure, and by and also of course still we need to pay attention to something we talked about previously, which is the form and shape language, the gesture, the flow. For example, right now I'm doing this mirror, right? This is, I think, is also one of the a reasonable way to see things like a cubical shape, a cubical form, a rectangle, which is is really reasonable. It's like a very logical symmetry. This kind of feeling is just very match with the shape and form language. And also I am just scaling down those elements and just duplicate them. So it creating a nice rhythm, nice logic, uh, uh, follow with the form language, of this cubicle thing. You see, I just make it smaller and tweaking the proportion, but at the same time, we need to pay attention proportion. You see, which is I didn't changing the size of this column, this pillar stuff too much. And yeah, next thing I want using this arch to creating some little element, this design little element on it. Um, yeah, sometimes we can really just using a very adding a little one little element, that's very enough to giving people the feeling of like, okay, yeah, this is quite big stuff. But of course, in this case, we got the texture of this, um, the rock, the brick stone texture of the fortress. Sorry for my English, and um yeah, so yeah, I think this is pretty interesting, small element, and yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Next, let me tweak this arch a little bit. I think I can make it, symmetry. Of course, this is kind of another. I think this is much a reason because I think this wall, this rectangle, square, cubical shape is very reasonable element. Very logical. Had a lot of the form language, the shape language is pretty, follow some kind of mathematic symmetry and the geometry. Who know what it is? The kind of logic, the shape language and form language. So I follow it and make it symmetry, you know. And yeah, let me go into Photoshop to tweak the design. Sorry, not to design, to review our design to make sure that is my design work or not. And I think it's pretty interesting because you see, I creating a little, I repeat the shape again and again and again and again, and I creating a nice median shape, and also those median shapes are follow the. They are basically just emphasize the feeling of, oh yeah, this is a cubicle. They are repeat again and again and again, and also creating a nice shape, nice silhouette, nice form of median and the big and the small. And I think in this case, small, the big shape is the colon itself, and the small shape is the texture on it, and the median shape is the what we just do, the our design, which is just duplicating the shape. So yeah, this is I would say this is kind of my process of when I try to design things. I try to capture the nature of the phone language, and according to the phone language, I am going to adding things. I will let the phone language guide me. So For example, is a rectangle, is a cubicle, is a square shape. I would say, okay, it's a square, so let me adding element according to the the axis. And yeah, this is pretty much it. And also, um, see you in the next chapter.